being put in any one category. Performing Marvin's classic Mercy, Mercy Me and I Want You, this is Robert Palmer.
Mercy me. Oh, things ain't what they used to be. No, no. Where did all the blue skies go? Poison is the wind that blows from the north, west, south, and east. Oh, mercy, mercy me. Oh, things ain't what they used to be. No, no. Radiation underground and in the sky, animals and birds who live nearby or die. Oh, mercy, mercy me. Oh, things ain't what they used to be. What about this overcrowded land? How much more abuse from man can she stand? And I want you right way. I want you, but I want you to want me. Want me to. Want you to. Said I want you to love me. Just like I want you. Woo, woo. Oh, I'll give you all the love you want in return. Darling, your happiness is all I crave. It's too bad, it's just too sad. You don't want me now, but I'm gonna change your mind some way, somehow. The right way. I want you, but I want you to want me. Want me to. I want you to want me. To want me, baby. Just like I want you. Don't play with something you should cherish for life, baby. Oh, I want to get down, baby. When I get down with you, yeah, darling, I want you right with me, baby. I want you, baby. I want you to want you to want me, baby. The ways that I want you.
About the difficulty of that number, you want to tell them?
Well, for a start, to a certain extent, since Marvin Gaye, Nat King Cole and Billie Holiday, my favorite singers, there's something sort of sacrosanct about it. You know, I mean, the tune's perfect in the first place. Why am I going to touch it? And I'd made a note to try and attempt it years ago, and then I guess over a period of time I got up the nerve, and there'd been enough time in between the release of it and trying to re-illuminate it. But Marvin Gaye's singing was incredibly technical, as well as super intensely emotional. So it's not the kind of stuff you go around the house whistling, you know, or sing in the shower. When I'm in the studio working on the song, I can zone in on details, fix bits. I can even get as far as deciding I haven't done anything to it and erase it and say, okay, I didn't do anything to it. I didn't. But by the time I'd finished the recording of it, I was very pleased with it. But when it comes to performing it live, it's a real, it's extremely intense, and I was very nervous about doing it, you know. I mean, I guess if I'd have been out on the road for a while, which I think I was last time I came on here, it would be part of the repertoire, but just to work that one song up is like jumping in at the deep end. Anyway, I feel pretty good because I thought I did it all right.
Yeah.
You did do well. You did well. You know, like, if it's my own song, I've only got myself to live up to, and the version I've done. But if it's somebody else's, like it's a tradition, you know. I guess that's why sometimes I pick up on other people's materials and want to do something about it.
Is it even tougher when you're doing a famous woman's material like Billie Holiday?
Well, in fact, that's easier because Billie Holiday had a tone like a trumpet, like a muted trumpet, and played off the band, and had a certain kind of phrasing and stuff. So I'm not looking to be in her register or the same thing or anything else. I can dissociate myself from it and just see it purely as song. But I mean, I can't top Marvin's licks. All I can do is cop them. You know?
Yeah.
The thing was, he sang it in falsetto, and I'd do it in tenor. It was a silly idea, really, but...
Marvin. I miss Marvin.
Yeah.
Did you grow up listening to a lot of his stuff?
Yeah. I used to write to... I lived in a small seaside town in the north of England, and the music at the time in England was... well, it didn't include Marvin Gaye. So I used to write to Stax, Motown, Volt, Atlantic, and have them send boxes of singles over, you know, and then I'd learn them with my group and play them, like, you know, before they were released.
Yeah. Rodgers and Hammerstein, you really into this?
Here's the thing. I recorded a song, is it from Oklahoma? The song's called People Will Say We're in Love.
Yes, Marla, yes.
Okay. Well, there was an aspect about the lyric that I thought was really charming. But some of it was steeped in a sort of 40s thing. There was a line in it about, give me my rose and my glove. I don't know what that means, do you? I guess it was some kind of formality that existed back then. Anyway, I thought, I'll change that to one kiss is never enough. I thought, that's nice, you know. Well, it turns out that his estate, since he's not with us, is heavily guarded, and all his stuff is written in stone. I'd finished the thing, I'd released it, and they said, you can't do this. I mean, obviously, since I had to go back in and change it for the second pressing of the record. I've never come across that before. I did a Beatles song once and wrote an extra verse for it because it wasn't long enough. They didn't give me any problem, but Rodgers and Hammerstein. I guess that maybe in repertory around the world, their musicals are continually played, so it isn't as if they've got any problem with money coming in or anything like that. So it must say somewhere in his estate that you just can't touch his material.
Yeah. You love Oklahoma, Marla. What does that mean, the rose and... What does that mean? Well, thanks for your help. Her response, hey, hell if I know. Hanging out with Sonia too much. You have any original songs on your album?
Yeah, there's 18 songs on there, and most of them are mine.
Okay. There's one, what's the one we're listening to? Housework?
Oh, yeah. I had this idea of doing a merengue style. It's just kind of Afro-Caribbean kind of rhythm.
And you wrote
that? Yeah. It's a real happy-go-lucky kind of thing. And wanted to find a subject matter for the song that had... There was that guy, Randy Newman. He always gets a good balance between singing a serious lyric humorously or vice versa. And I wanted to get that element in it. And came across the idea of Housework, which is, it was kind of camp. And I I got so far with it, and then I got stuck and brought in a friend, and he said, well, what if you make the whole thing a role reversal? And the guy's stuck at home all day doing the housework, and he's getting dinner ready for the girl and stuff. And it's like that when you've nearly finished a song and you're not quite satisfied, and somebody comes in with or any kind of work you do, and somebody comes in with an objectivity, and you go, wow, you know, it's sealed the idea, gives it the right kind of humor. It makes it a lot easier to work on, because you know it's like you've got all the information on how to behave within the song. You're not just kind of jamming or making it up. You know that you've even got a punchline at the end, and so you can lay back until you get there. And without that, you know, I don't know how many bands these days still go in the studio and just play until something comes up. But I guess it's okay if you're a band, but if I'm going in to sing a song, I need to know pretty much exactly what I'm going to do, so that when I attempt the song, I can remain in character throughout it, yeah. and then get some sort of objective appraisal as to whether or not I've done it, since I'm producing myself, you know.
Yeah. We'll take a commercial and you can have a sip.
Yeah, yeah.
And we'll be back with the writer of Housework, Robert Palmer. Did you meet Will Smith in back? I don't know if you passed him. Will Smith, the Fresh Prince, is backstage.
Oh, no, and he didn't introduce himself.
Yeah, he's back there. He's with a cap on and sunglasses. Do you like rap music?
Since I'm a singer, I have difficulty with it. You know, there's this thing where, towards the end of the 70s, there was disco music, right?
Yeah.
And it was so, so manufactured, and the industry thought that they could sell it forever, that it kind of got out of proportion. And I guess punk came up to knock everything back into shape. Well, to a certain extent, a lot of the rap stuff, the music itself, there's nobody playing. It's samples and machines. And the company doesn't have to look often to support an act and stuff. So there's this aspect to it. And when I'm listening out for songs, I listen for songs. But then it's like, I'm not going to get too far one way or the other about it, because it doesn't matter to me whether it's opera, country and western, rock and roll, it's all music, you know. And when it's good, it's good. There's the MC Hammer tune called You Can't Touch This. I dig that thing, you know.
And it kind of reaches back and gives a certain kind of praise to artists in the past when they sampled James's stuff and George Clinton's stuff and Rick James. Chuck D of Public Enemy said something very interesting. He said that one of the reasons you have to sample, and I think Chuck said this, I'm gonna give him credit anyway. He said when you sample some of the old stuff, the reason you have to do it is because you can't get that old sound.
No, you can't. No way. It's like there's so many things involved. I was reading about James Jamerson, the famous Motown bassist, you know, and he had this sound that now they've got all the technology in the world, and mostly his sound was because he never changed his guitar strings. You know? So, I mean, these days, you need to sample that in order to make a synthesizer give you dirty strings. But
Branford Marsalis was talking about wood. They don't make drums of wood anymore, and you can't get that old...
Well, I mean, you've got a band here every night, but there's a...
But his stuff is like fiberglass, and his cymbals are made of something.
I mean, they're playing. There's a recession in most countries, and live work's just falling off, you know. It's really bad. And players really like that have something, they can't get any work. It's weird, you know. So that's why you end up looking at music as like little examples of people getting it right. You know, I heard this thing, I don't know how new it is, a band called King's Cross, King's X, they're from Texas. They've got this song called It's Love. I don't know how successful I've been living in Italy for the past 18 months, so I don't know what's going on here. You know?
MC Hammer.
But they're cleaning up.
You mentioned country, and I know you're a big Randy Travis
Oh,
fan.
yeah, he's like a reincarnation of George Jones, isn't he?
Yeah, I think... I look to you for explanations, and
Yeah.
yeah, that's what he is.
I see.
Let me ask you one personal question.
He's
You're
got a
always...
nice voice.
Yeah, yes. You're always clean as the Board of Health, double-breasted to the max. Do you own any sweatsuits or shorts or crunch socks?
Well, you know, when the phone rings, which it does, and they say, Robert, you've got to go do this, I pack a suitcase, and I'm coming on your show, and I've got some competition. Yeah, well, but it's like that. I mean, I'm not going to travel with loads of stuff, so I take a couple of suits, and every time I'm on TV, I'm wearing a suit, because that's what I've got in my luggage. Sure, I like to lounge around.
What do you wear at home? Like double-breasted pajamas?
A swimsuit.
Swimsuit, yeah.
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 Well,
That's
if I'm lucky, I'm at the right place and it's warm enough, you know. I mean, look, I'm real tan. I got this here since Monday.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's been nice here, except
Yeah.
for the rain every now and then. We'll be right back with more Robert Palmer. Hey, we'll be right back.
On Sunset Boulevard, a member of the Hotels of Hermitage International and a favorite of the entertainment industry.
How many people stay up in hospitals and watch